everyone. So today I'm on lesson number 6, and that is on ego. So we all have an ego, right? This little voice inside our heads that's just always present, even when we don't want it there. And I've learned that I experience ego when I become competitive. And for those of you who know me, I'm super competitive. So I always need to have something as a benchmark that I know I'm working towards. And when I reached that benchmark, I would know that I was successful in whatever it is that I was trying to do. But what that caused me to do was to start comparing myself to other people who I perceived as successful, or who I perceived was working hard, or whatever my version of success was. And that's what I then conditioned my mind to think that I was working towards, or that I should be working towards. But then I realized that when I compare myself to others, it can easily make you feel either better than other people or inferior. And either way, this isn't measuring yourself in a healthy way, or in a way that's going to make you truly happy. Because you're either in your mind pulling people down or pulling yourself down. So you're either experiencing ego like that, or you're experiencing in a way that you're constantly looking at other people, thinking that you did this better than them, or that for whatever reason your life is better than theirs, and this actually makes you feel better about yourself. Or you're experiencing it in a way that you become envious of what someone else has that you maybe just didn't put in the work to get. I mean, we've all experienced that at some point in our lives. And so I listened to the story about ego, and it really put things into perspective for me, and I hope it's going to do the same for you. So the story goes that inside of each of us is 2 wolves. One wolf is full of ego, envy, anger, greed. And the other wolf is the opposite. That is filled with love and joy and peace and kindness. And inside of us, in any situation we're in, these 2 wolves are constantly in a battle with each other. And obviously the more powerful wolf, or the wolf filled with ego and anger and envy, is generally the louder voice that we hear, as opposed to the voice of kindness and empathy, love and joy. And the question was, so if these 2 wolves are in constant battle, which one wins? And the answer was the one that we feed. And so if we're feeding the wrong wolf, then our ego is starting to take over, or has already taken over. But if I'm in the habit, or if we're in the habit of self-growth, where we're just trying to be our best self, living with passion and purpose and empathy and compassion, and we're in that element of serving and giving, we're feeding the kinder wolf. We're feeding the more compassionate wolf. And you're then feeding your self-esteem versus feeding your ego. And when you're planting the seeds of self-esteem and watering that and nurturing that and feeding that, you only compare yourself to yourself. And that opens up the opportunity to just live with so much more intent. And this has really taught me that it's so much more rewarding when I achieve something for myself that I wanted for me, versus something that I thought I should achieve because somebody else had it. Because you're actually your best benchmark. So start reflecting, spot the wolf that you're feeding, and ensure that you're spending your time and your energy feeding the right wolf, and start trading your ego for self-esteem.